everyone, it's Kay from the Paper Shed. Hope you're all doing well today. Thanks for joining me. It's just a short video, or fairly short video on bookmarks, different bookmarks. We're doing a event in Junk Journal Fix with Sunflower Indoors with regards to a blind date with a book. And I was creating some paper or card bookmarks for the event, and I thought I came across some on Pinterest with regards to these beaded ones. And because I've done quite a few beaded projects lately, I had some beads out, so I thought what it would do is I would have a go. So I've tested a few things. I've done a few different ones. This was my favourite, or one of my favourites. This is done with a stretchy, nylon-y type jewellery thread. This is stretchy though, and I didn't have, I've got it somewhere but I just can't find it. I didn't have the normal nylon that they use, but I actually quite like the fact that it is stretchy, because I think if it gets tugged, it's not going to break like, I mean, the nylon really that you use in the jewellery making doesn't usually break. But I do quite like this one, and it's got a little feather on the end and a tassel, and I just love it. I love the colours as well of the seed beads. They're the only seed bead colours that I had, so I had no choice but to use those ones. But I do like that one. This one was done with just some hemp cord, and I like this because you tie a knot in it and it's there for good. It ain't going anywhere. And you know, they've turned out pretty nice. That's not too heavy either, whereas this one I found is quite a heavy bead. I've used glass beads for these, but only because I could get this thread through. So I've used a few nice pieces, and I love the way that this has come out as well, but it is a heavy one. And I thought these would be great for, you know, lots of different things really. I decided to do this one slightly different and made one shorter than the other, but I quite like that, to be honest, and I could straighten it if I wanted to, but I don't want to. And this is actually done on some, oh, I do apologise. They've had new speakers over at the mosque and it's so loud, much louder than it used to be, so I do apologise for that. This is made with just some faux suede cord that I've had for ages, and I've got it in several different colours. I bought it for a project and never got round to it. And then this is just using some Sarah silk, and I mean, I just love these beads. And I haven't tied those, but they don't seem to want to move, so I'm not bothered about that. But you could tie a knot in the top of there as well. So, I mean, just to show you how they work, let me just put these on. So you can either have them, so it's a little bookmark, and you just put that into there. So you can either have it like that. So some of it is hanging down the spine, some of it is hanging down the bottom, or you can use it as a double one if you have, like, oh, I don't know what you'd use it for, a planner or a prayer journal. Prayer journals tend to have these double ones in for two different places, which I think is such a nice idea, and they will fit like that as well. So they're all fairly nice. This one is extremely long, and I will explain the loop on the top in a little while. But again, you would use this in the same way. So you would find your two places in your journal or your book, and you would use it like that. This one's slightly long for this book, but you know, you get the gist. And they're lovely. I absolutely love them. I think they're so much nicer than a paper one. And and there's several different ways and types to use. I thought that it would be good just to give you an idea and show you how to put it together. Those could be cut off actually. not with him. Sorry, let me just cut that off because that'll just annoy me. Like it does. So yeah, I've seen lots of different ways to make them and they're all pretty gorgeous. So I thought we'd make one. Now, I have made one with elastic so that you can use this as a closure either that way, and I'll show you. I haven't cut this off yet because I'm not convinced that that's the right. You can use it that way, you can use it this way. Now this is a journal that's not full, so but yeah, you get the idea. And I think this, I absolutely love this one. This is absolutely gorgeous and I love it as a closure. And you can use it as a spine thing. So if you find the middle, let's just find the middle. So you find the middle, pop that over your page. I won't make it work, just bear with me. So you put that over your page and then that goes in the middle there. How gorgeous is that? I love these colours as well. These colours have come out really nice. I just absolutely adore that. That is definitely going to be staying on there. And you can use it as a bookmark so that you can, you know, if so we'll take that back off of there. Oh, I'm through that one. That's why it was out, because I was through the wrong middle. And you can just use it as a bookmark. I'm sorry, I will cut these off, but I just couldn't make my mind up whether that was correct. But I mean, it seems to be. So all you would do is if you had your page, say there, you would just pop that over there and that would be your bookmark on your page. And you can have it anywhere on your front cover. And that would be your bookmark. So you could just open it and it would take you straight to your page. I just absolutely adore that. But the video that I watched, and I can't remember her name now, but the video that I watched, she used a much thinner cord. Now I do have thin cord somewhere, but can I find it? I just can't find it. So I had to find beads that were big enough for this thickness. Now I think this is a 1.5 mil thickness cord, which I use for my signatures. But I just couldn't find the thinner one anywhere, and I'm sure the thinner one would be better. The girl in the video actually did say that the thinner ones are better for the bookmarks. But I absolutely adore it, and it's just so pretty. So now I've shown you that one. I can't remake one because I haven't got enough beads to go on this thickness of cord. So I decided that what we would do is I wanted to sort of give you an idea. I mean, most of us have probably got Sari silk. Sari silk is self-explanatory. All I did was I picked larger hole beads and threaded those through, which is great. Let me just move those out of the way because they're in my way. And I just did a little thing there with that, which I absolutely think is lovely. You can make them as long or as short as you want to, and you can put as many beads on as you want to. You can make them quite long. But I love the rustic, shabby chicness of this, and I love these beads. They're so pretty. And there were beads that I never thought I would use again. So, yeah. So that was good. This one, obviously, you need sort of, you know, the stringy, nylon-y thread that they use in jewellery making. So I decided not to go with that one in the end, because what I want people to do is use the stuff that they've got So I wanted to go along the lines of cord or something similar. These ones turned out pretty good, but again, I needed large hole beads for these. And as much as I've made beaded items in the past, these large hole ones are things that I've bought while I've been here. They're just lightweight wooden beads. So that's a very light feel to that one. But I actually quite like this, and this blue reminded me of the ocean. So I've put a little stingray and a little, what are they called? Starfish. That's right, isn't it? Starfish. So yeah, I just like them. So this is, as I say, hemp cord, and again, I needed bigger holes for this as well. It is thin, but to use sort of what the majority of people will have, I think I needed to go with some other beads. So although that one's lovely, I do like that. I love these beads here, these twisted beads. And these are all glass beads that I had from a sale. But they're absolutely stunning, these little beads here. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know whether I can show you. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. These beads here are absolutely stunning. These twisted beads, but they are beautiful. And I do quite like that one too. But as I used this thread is what we do our signatures with, which is the the waxed threads. And I thought most of us would probably have something similar to this. I mean, if you've got hemp cord, use hemp cord. If you've got the bigger whole beads, it's fine. I just want as many people to be able to do it without buying stuff, because it's, it can be annoying. I am really sorry about the prayer guy, people. So we're going to use the same, just so that I can use normal size beads. Now this one is quite heavy because I used some of the glass beads, and it is what it is. So we're going to get started, and we're going to make that's empty now, and it's about right anyway. So you need a length of your book with a little hanging over, allowing for knots and things like that. So however big you want to, or long you want to make it, you need a double length. If you want to make, if you've got a shorter piece, you can just make one, like I said, like I showed you with this, so that this hangs over the top of your spine and this hangs at the bottom of your book. You can do it that way. Sorry, I'm doing it like that. So your book. So this can hang over your spine, and this is the bit that goes into your piece. Okay. Now I need to make sure that I'm in camera when I'm doing this. So first of all, we get our cord, or whatever it is that you're going to use. Now mine is quite thin, but I should imagine that it's just one size, I guess. The next thing you need to do is pick some beads. Okay, so I've picked some beads, and I've decided to go with different on both sides this time, instead of making them sort of the same on both sides. And the reason for that is I was making this and my camera went off, so I didn't actually record anything that I'd made. So I'm redoing it. But what I thought was these would still be really good as a shorter bookmark. So a normal bookmark, but with beads at the bottom and beads at the top. And you would literally just put that over your page, so that you've got some beads sticking out the bottom and some beads sticking out the top. So it doesn't have to go over your spine. It doesn't have to be this long. This is just a double book, what we call a double bookmark. And it's so that in prayer journals and things, they can mark spaces in their prayer journal. So I've already laid it out on it, because you don't really need to see me picking everything, because I'm so indecisive. And literally all we're going to do is so once you've got your design, that's really the hardest part of it, the threading part of it. I'm sure you can all manage. Then we're going to pull that one down. Oh, that's really cute. Oh, I do like that. Okay, and we're just going to knot that top up. Now I want to try and do it so that it's weighted down and I can do it on the top of there. Get your finger out of the loop, Kay. Doesn't matter if there's a bit of give. Oh, that's cute. Okay, and then we're just going to do the same with the other side. I'm just going to tie that end off. In fact, should I make this one shorter so it's a top and bottom one? Yeah, actually, that would be a good idea. So let's just make sure that the gap in between is at least 8 inches. The gap in between needs to be at least 8. So let's just do that at 9 so that you've got an inch either end. Okay, so we want the knot for the top to be about here. Okay. And then what we're going to do, oh, where's my little ball gone? There it is. There, and then what we're going to do is do the knot on this end as well. So you can make them as long or as short as you want, depending on what sort of design you want. So it's so versatile, this thing. I'm going to do a double one because I've missed doing it at the end. I know. So we'll cut that there. Oh my gosh, there we go. So now we've made a smaller one, and I'll show you how that works in just a sec. So when you've got your book, instead of it being a double one now, you've got your page there and you just literally pop that into there. You've got beads then at the bottom and beads at the top. And that's why it's nicer to have them different, I suppose. And I like it because these are thin. These are nice and thin, but you know, it takes you directly to your page, even though it's thin. And you can leave it in there, look. You don't even have to move it until you want to, you know, so if you want to keep reading, you carry on reading, and then all you do, you get to that page, and then you just move that across. Doesn't get in the way of your reading. I love it. I love that idea. So let me just zoom back out so that I can show you all the goodies that we've received, and I've just got a little hint of how to help with those double ones. So I want to zoom out, just let it focus. Focus, focus, focus. Right, so we've made a small one, which is just a single bookmark that goes top and bottom with your book. You didn't see me do this one, but you've got a double one there. Okay. We've got this one. Now, the reason I've got loops on the top of here is because you can have dangles from the top. So I know these ones don't match because I didn't make specific dangles. And I've just attached it with a little ball pin, but you can attach it with a lobster claw if you want to. But that's so that when it's in your book, you've got beads at the top of your book that hang over. So that's actually quite a nice feature. So that hangs over your spine, and these hang on your 2 pages that you're marking in your journal, which I think is fabulous. I'm so sorry about the prayer guy. Unfortunately, he's had new speakers and he has just become really loud just lately. It was a distant noise before, now it's really in there. So I do apologise. Unfortunately, the software that I use, I can't do background, I can't cut out the background noise. So I do apologise to anyone that offends, but I can't help it. I can't do anything about it. So this one was a nice heavy one, which is nice also. And with that one, again, you can put a little dangle on the top. And all you do to create those, so say you've made your, say you've made this a bit too long, or you think it's a bit too long, all we literally do, have I got one that hasn't got one? I probably haven't. But all you do, I mean, you could do it with this one, because this one will hang over because it's a bit long. So from there, you'd need at least 8 inches. So you can create a loop on this end so that this is down the spine and that's down the spine as well. So you'd have a really nice, let me do it. So if we wanted a knot in there, we'd literally just hold them together and create a knot. Okay. And then you would add in your little dangly. Oh, this one hasn't got that's not got a ball pin in it. Let me take one off of here. Okay. And then we would just stick the ball pin in there, or your lobster claw, however you decide to hang them. Okay, so then this would go in your book, and then that would hang down your spine. So I hope that makes sense. It's I quite like these ones. I think they're really cute. That's how it would look on your spine there. So yeah, and with these ones, like this one, I have a ring here that doesn't open. These would be great because you could just feed that onto there and create your knot, and then this is never going to come off. Well, it will if that one opens, but it's quite a secure fastening, so you don't actually need a fastening with those circle ones. But yeah, I like that. That's cute. It's not the cutest one, I've got to say. It's not my favourite. I like the beads on this one there. I think these are just so pretty. And obviously that green doesn't go with that. You'd make it obviously relevant to what you're making. But yeah, so there's another option. I do like this one. This is the shorter version. So this is a shorter version. That one goes at the bottom. That goes over the top. And you've got a nice little dangle there and your little tassel at the bottom. These are actually really cute. I do quite like these shorter ones. And we've got that one, last but not least, which has got those beautiful beads on. So we've made quite a few. Now there is other ways to do different ones. I am going to make this one again. I'm going to do another one of these because I just loved the way that came out. And it's so versatile. So I actually prefer this type of bookmark than I do this. But you know, each to their own. And it was just a video to show you that there is things in your craft room that you can make pretty things with, quick, easy, and the job's done. So I hope that was okay for you. You know, consider subscribing. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.